Hi everybody, and it's Danny for the News Cartridge for Tuesday, October 6th, 2015. Today's top story is that political pundit and comedian Stephen Colbert will actually feature The Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddess on The Late Show. That's actually the name of the orchestra. Their appearance is in order to promote the upcoming game Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, because they will be playing originals from the series, but as well as songs specifically from the game itself. This is quite a surprise in my eyes to see that a video game, one that's actually made for everybody, not just one specifically for adults, is getting this kind of marketing. It shows that not only kids play these games, even though the majority of people who own a 3DS are actually younger, compared to the more powerful home consoles like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This is probably due, though, to its lower price initially, as well as lower price of new games as well. Watch The Late Show with Stephen Colbert 1 week from today on October 13th to catch the performance, as well as Elijah Wood and Sarah Silverman. Up next are two really surprising stories. Let's start with the less surprising one, that the game Destiny will have a new currency available for purchase known as Silver. The currency will not be earnable through the game itself. It will only be purchasable through the either PlayStation Store or Xbox Store, effectively giving the game microtransactions now. Bungie says that they will give players a certain amount of silver so that way they can buy one or two of the new 18 emotes that will be coming out. They also say that these emotes will be completely cosmetic and will not affect the gameplay progression at all whatsoever. On to the shocker. EA's game, Star Wars Battlefront, unofficially known as Star Wars Battlefront 3, by EA, will not have microtransactions. From EA. The reason why I'm so surprised is because EA is notorious for nickel and diming their customers to death, and this is one thing I can actually say is going to be great about the game. They also say that microtransactions are not part of the core design of how it works, and that the progression system will be based on your gameplay performance. Those words just came out of my mouth. I can't believe I just said those words, but alright, I guess. Sometimes companies do learn from their past. So, good job, EA. Cool. I might start buying your games again. Star Wars Battlefront releases on November 17th, and the beta is actually out in just 2 days, so hop on that one. Alright, now I absolutely love this next one, and I actually may have another reason to go to GameStop again. Valve is now going to have dedicated space in their store. Now, in addition to having just the Steam prepaid cards, as well as some other prepaid game cards, which was rather boring in my opinion, GameStop will now carry Steam controllers, Steam Link, as well as a variety, a small selection I'm guessing, of Steam machines. I'm completely impressed by this, and granted, any of these products can be bought through the Steam website, and the reason why I dread going to GameStop is frankly because of the people who work there, and a lot of people that I know have had similar issues with a lot of the people who work there being jerks. I'm guessing, though, that this isn't for me. Or even for current PC players who already own a PC. This is for the console players who have an interest in PC gaming and don't want to buy a computer at, say, Best Buy or another big box store, or want to build it themselves. They just want something small, compact, they take home, plays games, and yada yada yada. So I very much approve of this, and hopefully we will see this in stores around November 10th when Steam Link and Steam Controller both launch. Oh boy, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Konami keeps on being Konami. Today's final story is an insult to the Metal Gear Solid franchise, but gives us gamers a clear indication of what to avoid next. So, Konami has trademarked the name Big Boss. Yeah, fuck Konami. This means that they will now create a new brand of games under the name Big Boss, so if you see that name appear, you actually know who's really behind the game. Their new trademark covers games, trading card games, slot machines, pachinko games, board games, and metal games. Those are games things like the claw machine where you try to win the stuffed animal. Konami has recently denied the claim that they would be moving out of the AAA industry, but quite frankly, I just don't believe it. And this is actually further information that helps reinforce that opinion. If they do continue with their AAA titles, then it will be with none of the original people, and they just won't feel the same, but we shall see. I'm sure you'll you'll be hearing more about Konami again, so stay tuned, and I'm sure I'll have more later for you in the future. That brings us to tomorrow's game releases. For PC, we have The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut, Cryptarch, March of Industry Very Capitalist Factory Simulator and Entertainments, Pool Nation FX, and Hidden Object Bundle 4-in-1, pardon me. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff, and why did Frogger cross the road? Because he was actually a simple graphical representation of a frog being controlled by a joystick.